online platform for GATE Agriculture Engineering. And this is all about me. Now friends, today we are going to start the new topic, that is the Otto cycle and diesel cycle. And I think this is very important portion of engine. So all of you should read it carefully and all of you try to understand the concepts whatever I will try to give in this video. So the first thing you should see, that is thermal efficiency of Otto cycle. Friends, I think most of you have studied for your semester examination regarding the Otto cycle and diesel cycle. So I will give you the brief intro about that. Friends, first thing you should do that, remember the formula for calculating the efficiency, that is 1 minus 1 by r to the power gamma minus 1 or k minus 1, whatever you can put, where gamma is the adiabatic constant and r is your compression ratio. Friends, I think all of you know that in case of Otto cycle, the heat addition and takes place at constant volume, means आपका वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट होता है और फिर हीट एडिशन होता है. और डीजल साइकिल के केस में हमारा प्रेशर कांस्टेंट होता है एंड देन आफ्टर हीट एडिशन होता है. मींस both the Otto cycle and diesel cycle have different formulas and different ways to calculate the efficiency. So friends, here you see for calculating the compression ratio, you should take the ratio of Vmax by Vminimum, means ratio of maximum volume by minimum volume. That is friends, here you see from the diagram, the maximum volume takes place at the PDC, that is at point 1 and point 4, both the volumes are same. So at PDC the volume is maximum, that is written here, you see that V1 by V2 ratio, means V1 is the volume at PDC and V2 is the volume at TDC. So friends, for calculating the compression ratio, you should take the ratio of both these terms. And friends, one more thing I will suggest you, many times the questions has been given in terms of temperatures. So one more thing you should try to understand from here, that the efficiency of Otto cycle can be written in terms of temperature also. That is, you see here the formula, that is efficiency of Otto cycle is equal to 1 minus T4 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2. So when it is given in terms of temperature, you should simply see in this line diagram of Otto cycle that at point 4 the temperature is T4, at point 3 the temperature is T3, and at point 2 the temperature is T2, and also at point 1 the temperature is T1. So you should calculate the efficiency by this way also. Whenever there is nothing given about the volume, they are simply talking on the basis of temperature, then you should apply this formula. So friends, you should remember both these formulas so that you can easily excel the questions. Now friends, see here it is the clear visibility of the formula, that is 1 minus 1 by V1 by V2 to the power gamma minus 1. Means friends, I think I have told you in the just few seconds ago that V1 by V2 is the compression ratio, that is we represent by R. So you should simply use the formula, that is 1 minus 1 to the power R to the power gamma minus 1. Now friends, let's talk about the diesel cycle. Friends, I have told you previously also that only difference between the Otto cycle and diesel cycle is in case of Otto cycle, that volume is constant and heat is added at constant volume. But in case of diesel cycle, the pressure is constant and heat is added at constant pressure. So you can clearly see here from the line diagram. Here friends, you see that heat is added in the 2 to 3 portion. You see here that 1, 2, 3, 4 is the total cycle, and in the 2 to 3 portion means the process from 2 to 3, the heat is added. That is, you can see here that Q2 to 3 is equal to Cp into T3 minus T2. Friends, this is the amount of heat added during this process, and from the process 4 to 1, the heat is going out. Means, so I have written Q4 1 is equal to Cv into T1 minus T4. Friends, you see here that in both the cases, in first case I have used Cp value, and in second case I have used Cv value. Means, I think all of you have studied in thermodynamics regarding Cp and Cv. Means, both are specific heat at constant pressure and constant volume respectively. So you should take care about that. Cp is equal to Cv plus R by gamma minus 1. This is the relation, and also Cp by Cv is equal to gamma. This is also the relation holds between this Cp and Cv. Now friends, see the formula. You see that efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 by R to the power gamma minus 1. Friends, up to here everything is constant like the previous formula of Otto cycle. But after this, when the bracket start, you see that Rc to the power k minus 1 divided by k into Rc minus 1. Friends, you clearly understand that Rc is the cutoff ratio. Cutoff ratio. Rc जो होता है हमारा cutoff ratio होता है, and it is the ratio of friends V3 by V2. You can clearly see here V3 by V2 का जो रेशियो होगा वो हमारा Rc होता है, मींस की कटऑफ रेशियो, और हमारा R होता है कंप्रेशन रेशियो, वो होता है V1 by V2 का रेशियो. मींस R is ratio of V1 by V2 compression ratio, and Rc is the cutoff ratio, that is V3 by V2. So you should clearly understand this difference between Rc and R. Friends, one more thing about Rc, that Rc value generally lies between 1 to 4. मीन्स Rc का जो कटऑफ रेशियो होता है उसका रेंज होता है जनरली होता है 1 to 4 के बीच में होता है. बट कंप्रेसर रेशियो, आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ यू हैव नोन दैट अबाउट डीजल साइकिल एंड Otto cycle, it will go around 10 or 15 like that. The compression ratio can go, but Rc is always less than, in most of the cases, 99.9% cases, Rc means cutoff ratio is less than the compression ratio. Friends, आपको ये चीज याद रखनी है कि आइडियल केसेस में मोस्टली हमारा होता है कटऑफ रेशियो लेस देन द कंप्रेशन रेशियो होता है. एंड फ्रेंड्स, here also you can see the formula whenever they have not given anything about the volume, or if it is given only about the temperatures T1, T2, T3, T4 like that temperatures, if it is given in the questions, then friends you should simply use the relation. Here you see that I have written in the bottom portion. Here you see that efficiency is equal to Cv by Cp T4 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2. So friends, you should remember this formula. It is very useful and very helpful. Lots of questions has been asked in the previous year regarding both the efficiency of Otto cycle and diesel cycle. Friends, you see in the 2001 paper, a very simple question has been asked upon the efficiency of Otto cycle. It has given the efficiency, that is 54.1%, and the N value means K value here it is given, that is 1.4, means adiabatic gas constant value, and it is asking about the compression ratio, that is our R value. So you should simply put all these values in the formula. You can get the answer, that is R is equal to 7. It is very simple question. Now friends, you see another question. Here it is written that the initial compression ratio is 16:1 and a specific heat is given, that ratio of a specific heats, that is adiabatic constant, is given, that is 1.4, and the cutoff ratio is 4, means R value is given here, that is 16, and RC value is also given here, that is 4, and it is saying that the compression ratio is increased by 25%, means initial my R value is 16 and it is increased by 25%, so the final R value is 20, and friends, remaining everything is same. So friends, all of you have seen this above formula, that is efficiency of diesel cycle formula. You should remember this formula very carefully, friends, and whatever the values given here, friends, you should put all the values and you will definitely get the answer. And friends, one more thing I will suggest you, you should do it by the gate calculator, not by your scientific calculator, because these are calculation based questions. So if you practice by gate calculator, then your efficiency should be also increased. So here also friends, you see that efficiency यहाँ भी increase हो रहा है, आपकी भी efficiency increase होगी अगर आप गेट के कैलकुलेटर से क्वेश्चंस को प्रैक्टिस करेंगे rather than calculating from your scientific calculator. So here in first case you see that the efficiency is 53.15%, means when the compression ratio is 16, and friends, when the compression ratio is increased to 20, then the efficiency is 57.15%. Friends, one more thing very important here. You can derive a conclusion from here that when I am increasing the efficiency, when I am increasing the compression ratio from 16 to 20, my efficiency, thermal efficiency also increases. You see here that in first case efficiency is 53% when the compression ratio is 16, and in second case efficiency is 57% when the compression ratio is 20. So आप यहाँ से एक conclusion derive कर सकते हो, means it will ask in the future year, means gate examination, it will ask in the 1 marks question that if what will happen if we are increasing the compression ratio of the diesel engine, then what will happen to its efficiency, means thermal efficiency, whether it will increase or decrease or remains constant, or it will give some options and it can frame the questions upon this. So you can derive the conclusion from here that when I am increasing the compression ratio, then my thermal efficiency of diesel cycle also increases. So you should remember this. Now friends, see one more question. Here friends, you read the question very carefully. Friends, यहाँ पे आपको गिवन है सिलेंडर प्रेशर गिवन है एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर के टर्म्स में, मीन्स सिलेंडर प्रेशर जो है वो हमारा एक it is not given as constant, it is given as variable in terms of atmospheric pressure and the compression ratio, that is R. PC is equal to PA into R to the power 1.28. Friends, and it is given that compute the fuel cutoff ratio for the diesel engine, and when the cylinder pressure is 3377 kilopascal and gauge pressure is 100 kilopascal, and also given the thermal efficiency is 32% of engine. So friends, whenever questions are given like this, you don't have to, first thing you should do that you don't have to be panic about the questions. you आपको क्वेश्चन को देख के, ये एक वेरिएबल का क्वेश्चन है, वेरिएबल प्रेशर का वेरिएबल केस है, तो आपको क्वेश्चन को देख के घबराना नहीं है. You have to be confident from that whatever I have studied, this question can be solved by that only. Friends, first thing you should do that write all the values and equations whatever given in the questions, because when you write all these things, then you will get the clue to solve the question. So you see here that it is adiabatic case, and first thing for calculating the efficiency of diesel cycle, I have to calculate that is gamma value, means my Cp by Cv ratio, adiabatic gas constant value. And friends, here the both the pressure, initial pressure and final pressures are given, and it is given that friends, you see that T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 whole to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma, means K minus 1, here I have written gamma in terms of K, is equal to V1 by V2 to the power K minus 1. Means friends, it is for general, whenever the K value or gamma value is given in the question, then you should take that value. If it is not given in the question, then the ideal value is 1.3. Either you can take 1.3 or 1.4. Both values you can take in the questions and you can solve the questions. Means for ideal cases में हमारा जो गामा का एडियाबेटिक गैस कांस्टेंट की वैल्यू होती है वो होती है 1.3 और 1.4. बोथ आप वैल्यूज ले सकते हो, माइनर सा डिफरेंस आएगा आंसर में, बाकी इजी होता है. So here you can see that the K value I have taken, that is 1.3, and friends, cylinder pressure and the gauge pressure is given. So you should calculate the R value, means compression ratio, by putting both these values in the equation. You can get the R value, that is 15.637. जो हमारा compression ratio है हम calculate कर सकते हैं क्योंकि हमें cylindrical pressure and gauge pressure given है, and it has also given the relation between cylindrical pressure and gauge pressure, that is PC is equal to PA into R to the power 1.28. So you should put these values in this equation and you can calculate the R value. Now friends, now our main task is started from here. You have to calculate, you can see that it is asking about the fuel cut-off ratio. Friends, whenever it is given in the questions, you should try to solve it by putting the options given in this equation. Friends, you can see here that it is given C to the power K. C to the power K is given in the numerator and C minus 1 is given in the denominator. So whenever it is given like that, you simply take the options and you put in your equation, and whatever the option you will get the more closest value, that only be your answer. So you should don't try to solve it by binomial theorem way, because it will take so much time if you are going by binomial theorem, so it will take so much time. So you should try to avoid it and solve it by putting the options in the values. Friends, you see another question. It has been asked on the previous concepts I have told you in lecture 1 and lecture 2 of engine. So it is very easy question. If your concept is clear in that lectures, then you can easily able to solve this question. But I will give you the brief solution. You just only see the solution. Friends, यहाँ पे बोल रहा है 2-stroke single cylinder engine है. Cylinder diameter given, length given, and RPM given, mean effective pressure given, frictional horsepower given, and it is asking about the BHP. So first thing you should do that calculate the IHP. IHP, I think all of you know that plan into N. It is a case of 2-stroke single cylinder, means N value is 1 and you don't have to divide or multiply by anything. You don't have to divide by 2 because it is a case of 2-stroke engine. So you should simply calculate. Friends, the pressure is given 6 kg per centimeter square. So you should convert it into Newton per meter square, that is 6 into 9.81 into 10 to the power 4. And area pi by 4 into d square into 1 into 1000 by 60, because friends it is given RPM, so 1000 by 60. And friends, lastly I have divided by 746, means you should take care that 746 1 HP is equal to 746 watt. आपको ये चीज याद रखनी है. because whenever you are doing unit conversion, you should be a little bit careful. So friends, my IHP value is 5.81, and I think all of you know that BHP is equal to IHP minus FHP. So that is 2.81 the BHP. Now friends, you see one question, it is very good question. It will clear most of your concepts. So I will recommend you to try to understand each and every concept given in the question, because your whole thing is revised in this question. So I have put this question. एक फोर्स साइकिल सिलेंडर इंजन हमें गिवन है क्वेश्चन में, जो 73 लीटर्स पर आवर से डीजल फ्यूल को कंज्यूम करता है, 2100 आरपीएम पे रोटेट करता है और 1160 न्यूटन मीटर का टॉर्क जनरेट करता है, एंड इंडिकेटेड मीन प्रेशर है हमारा 1110 किलो पास्कल, and the fuel density is 0.835 and heating value is 45.434 kilojoule per kg. Friends, when you see such type of questions and such many things has been asked in this question, so you should first see all the values and write all the values somewhere, so you can easily correlate, and then you start solving the question from the part A. means आपको पहले part A calculate करना है, फिर part B. means all the things you simply not jump to part C, part D like that, because all the things are correlated with each other. So you should start from the part 1, that it is asking the fuel equivalent power. Friends, fuel equivalent power is the amount of power that is given by the fuel. means हमारा फ्यूल जो है बर्न होके कितना पावर देगा उसे अपन बोलते हैं फ्यूल इक्विवेलेंट पावर. एंड फ्रेंड्स, यू सी दैट फ्यूल कंजप्शन रेट इज 73 liters per hour. You see here also fuel density is 0.835 kg per liter and heating value is 45,434 kilojoule per kg. means friends, all of you know that fuel heating power is equal to mass into heating value or calorific value of fuel. means हमें सबसे पहले fuel consumption mass calculate करना है, and your fuel consumption is given in terms of volume and density of fuel is given. So you should simply use the relation, that is density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is equal to density into volume. So you should calculate the mass of fuel consumed per hour. So that is 73 into 0.835 kg per hour. Friends, you should take care that it is kg per hour. So for calculating the hour, for converting the hour into seconds, you have to divide it by 3600. So I have put in the denominator, you see that is 3600, and then you multiply with 45,434 kilojoule, then you can get the power, that is 769.286 kilowatt. Friends, this is the fuel equivalent power. Now you see another second one is, it is asking indicated power. Friends, I think all of you know that indicated power is plan into x by 2, because it is a case of 4 cycle engine, so it is x by 2. And friends, here it is saying that nothing given about the number of cylinders, so you should simply put that it is a case of testing, so it is generally done on one cylinder. So you should put the x value, that is 1. So friends, you see that our indicated mean effective pressure is given and fuel consumption rate is given. So by fuel consumption rate you can calculate the fuel consumed in terms of meter cube. You put all the values in SI unit. Friends, you see that RPM is also given, that is 2100 RPM. So you have to divide it by 60. So you should apply the plan formula. Friends, one thing you should remember that L into A is the volume. L into हमारा length into stroke length into area is the volume. So आपको ये चीज याद रखनी है कि L into A को अपन रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं इंजन वॉल्यूम से. मीन्स whatever the volume of engine is given, that is 15.649 liters is the engine volume, and when you are multiplying the stroke length into area, that also will give the volume. So you can replace the engine volume by A into L value. Whatever I have done here, you see that I have not written anything about L into A. I have simply put in place of L into A, that is 15.649 liters, and I have converted it into meter cube. So you put all these values in SI unit, you will definitely get the answer. That is 303.982 kilowatt. Now friends, see the third, in C option it is asking BHP, and D option it is asking frictional power, indicated thermal efficiency, mechanical efficiency, brake thermal, all these things it is asking. So you should first see brake power. Friends, I have told you in my previous lecture of engine that formula for brake power is 2 pi nt by 60. Means when the n value is given in RPM and when the n value is given in RPS, then you should simply put 2 pi nt. So here the RPM is given 2100 RPM and torque is given 1160. So you should simply put at 2 pi nt by 60. So you should get in the value 255.097 kilowatt. Friends, जो हमारा BHP होता है वो हमारा पावर होता है फ्लाईव्हील के पास. मीन्स फ्लाईव्हील हमारा जो रोटेट करता है वहां पे जो पावर हमें मिलती है वो हमारा BHP होता है, और IHP जो इंडिकेटेड हॉर्स पावर होता है वो सिलेंडर के अंदर होता है. मीन्स वो IHP हमेशा हमारा BHP से ज्यादा होता है. मीन्स IHP होने के बाद हमारा कुछ फ्रिक्शनल लॉसेस होता है, देन आफ्टर हमें जो पावर फ्लाईव्हील पे मिलता है वो हमारा ब्रेक हॉर्स पावर कहलाता है. इसलिए वी विल ऑलवेज कंसीडर द टॉर्क. मींस हम व्हेनेवर टॉर्क इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन, देन यू शुड सिंपली अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट इज ए केस ऑफ वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट द ब्रेक हॉर्स पावर. मींस ब्रेक हॉर्स पावर टॉर्क से हमें कैलकुलेट करना होता है. एंड फ्रेंड्स, frictional horsepower is equal to IHP minus BHP, so that is 48.885. And friends, indicated thermal efficiency, this is very important term. There are two terms friends, one is brake thermal efficiency, another one is indicated thermal efficiency. Indicated thermal efficiency is the ratio of indicated power by total power. Means friends, total power means fuel power. जो हमारा फ्यूल का पावर होता है वो हमारा डिनोमिनेटर में होता है, और जो इंडिकेटेड हॉर्स पावर होता है वो हमारा नोमिनेटर में होता है. You can see here that we have calculated the fuel equivalent power, that is 769.286, and IHP we have calculated, that is 303.982. So we should calculate the indicated thermal efficiency as 39.51%. Now friends, you see another things, that is mechanical efficiency. I have given you all these efficiencies concept in my previous lectures, so you should watch. If you have any doubt regarding the efficiencies, you can watch that videos. And I have solved this question because this question has covered all the concepts whatever we have studied regarding the efficiencies, brake horsepower, thermal efficiency, fuel horsepower, indicated horsepower. Every concept is covered in the question, so you should understand this question very carefully. Now friends, see mechanical efficiency. Mechanical efficiency is the ratio of brake horsepower and indicated horsepower. So I have put that is 38. You see here that brake horsepower is 255.097. So I have put and I have got the value that is 83.92%. Now friends, you see that brake thermal efficiency. Friends, two terms are there, indicated thermal efficiency and brake thermal efficiency. For brake thermal efficiency, you take the ratio of brake horsepower and fuel equivalent power. That is, brake horsepower is 255.097 and fuel indicated power is 769.286, and you can get the value that is 33.16%. Friends, one thing you should remember that the brake thermal efficiency is always less than the equivalent thermal efficiency. Means हमारा जो brake thermal efficiency होगा वो हमेशा ही indicated thermal efficiency से कम होगा.